Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. It's a rather nice morning in downtown Paphos. There's fountains shooting everywhere. The sun is glistening up in the sky and everything's looking very, very blue indeed. And today is a very special day indeed. Two of our superstars are having their special day, of course their birthday. So a big, big shout out to Lady Andrea. And we're wishing you a very, very happy birthday indeed. And of course we know that Sir Mart will be taking that little bit extra care of you today and perhaps taking you out to do a fish and chips vlog, or rather a sausage and chips, and hopefully you get a ginormous sausage today, battered, well, the living daylights out of it, and hopefully no vinegar, otherwise it'll get that little bit soft and that little bit limp. And another big shout out to another girl who's having a special day today. They're going to relocate to Paphos very, very soon indeed. So if your name is Lady Emma, we're wishing you a very, very happy birthday indeed. And we know that Lord Rob will be looking after you. And I've no doubt that the two superstars, Viscount Bradley and of course Princess Mia, will be taking that little bit extra care of their mum today. We're in the back streets towards the police station and to the rear of the Paphos fire station, and there's been a bit of digging going on. They must be going to build a building or something there because there's an awful lot of dirt on the roads. And we're taking a bit of a wiggle and a waggle, and what we're actually doing is missing the traffic lights with the traffic camera, because that traffic lights in the centre of town there is an absolute nightmare. And one moment it gives enough time for one or two cars to go through, and the next moment as many as 10. So there's a lot of people getting their number plate zapped, shall we say. So we have got in the habit now, some of the locals, of missing it and diverting around it, if you understand me. At the end of the day, if you're not in a big rush, why not? And we've now bypassed that traffic lights, and that's a nice building, by the way. It's got a great, great view out across the rooftops and down to the blue Mediterranean Sea. Those are the traffic lights in question, and apparently, so I was told, I don't know if it was the truth, but they are getting off that traffic lights alone around about 400 to 500 fines a day. Oh my goodness. And I believe the fine is 75 euros. So, well, Cyprus government, as with all these governments around the world, are doing very, very well indeed in fining us, aren't they? There we go. That's life. There's not a lot we can do about it. We can complain about it and whinge about it, and that's about it. We are in central Paphos, the business district, should we call it, Paphos. It's where the municipality offices are, it's where the mayor hangs out, it's where a lot of business is done, shall we say. Some of the major banks, accountants and those kind of things, the odd car dealer, and of course the odd burger bar as well, if you want to get something to eat, is in this area, central Paphos. And a lot of building going on, a lot of improvements going on all around Paphos, by the way. And today, here's a bit of information for you. I went to get an MOT on a car done yesterday, and we left it overnight, and then the gentleman opened up this morning for us so that we could collect it. Anyway, he was telling me that slowly but surely the legalities of MOTing are getting more and more stringent, because for those of you who live in Paphos, we know in particular, if you want an MOT, you can get an MOT with any car. We go to the strict one, and he is, well, quite strict, as I've just said. But if you want an MOT on a car, I mean, we can get an MOT, no problem, no questions asked. But the municipality is having a clampdown, and some of the guys from Nicosia apparently are coming down and doing random checks on cars. So perhaps if your car is not, what's that word, kosher, go and get it done, because if you get stopped, apparently they're going to impound the car, which, to be fair, is not a bad idea, isn't it? Perhaps it's got no lights and it's got no brakes and its rear suspension is collapsed and all those kind of things. Anyway, rant over. That's Kennedy Square, just over yonder. That's the Niar, or Nior, I don't know how you say it, Tapas Bar on the corner, and then next door to that is the Boulevard Wine Bistro. And if you come up here, particularly on a weekend eve, I tell you what, they are packed to the rafters with locals and one or two expats. And of course, as the season progresses, some of the tourists that come to town wonder what's going on, and they're going to have a wander in and sit down and have a drink or two as well. So technically this is the old town of Paphos. To either side of this road, if you want to go shopping, take a right and you're going to find all the indoor market and those kind of things. And we're going to head down slowly towards the Kato Paphos promenade, so don't click off just yet. If you like what you see, hit that like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. And of course, you can also join us as a Superstar member at only €10 a month on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Why not Google these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me. You can read a little bit more about us, perhaps choose to read a comment or two, and perhaps hopefully gift us a virtual coffee or two or three or four or five. And of course, we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. And of course, you can join us as Superstar members like Lady Emma, Lady Andrea, the list goes on and on and on. And we do thank you all from the bottom of our two hearts. And of course, coming very, very soon indeed is the Marika and me privilege card. And that's going to entitle you to discounts in and around Paphos, in particular in the Kato Paphos promenade and harbour area. Pretty busy as we're whizzing around, and it's sort of mid-morning time if you're understanding now, and lots of people are whizzing around, doing their shopping and all those kind of things, because we all understand that Paphos is going to close down in a couple of hours because the weekend is upon us. There's the brand new petrol station. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? There we are, if you want to pop in and get some benzene. They've got a good car wash, so I'm told. So one of these days, I've no doubt that Lady Ali will gift us a couple of bob to go and get a car wash, and perhaps we'll pop in there. And you never know, we might even make a little episode of Marika and me there. Don't worry, Lady Andrea, there's no traffic lights on there, and there was a car literally inserted up my bottom, so I decided to go through on the amber. Otherwise, well, we know what would have happened, because he's still literally inserted up my bottom. So I went through just as it went to amber. He certainly came through on amber, possibly even red. This is what it's like, people rushing around, trying to get down to the blue Mediterranean Sea. And it's not far. We're going to keep going straight down this road over a little roundabout, which tells us that the Begona Garden Centre is on the left. And of course, that must mean that the Kings Avenue Mall must be on the right. So if you're looking for some air-conditioned luxury when you do your shopping, well, that's where you go. And if you're in downtown harbour promenade area, it's not far to walk. It's going to take you 10-15 minutes maximum. But of course, as it gets hotter and hotter, don't forget to carry yourself a bottle of water or a couple of bob, so you can pop into one of the little tavernas on the way and refresh yourself. Now, big shout out to some of the guys that like to watch the show now and again. If your name's Miss Lynn and you're coming to Paphos very, very soon indeed, we'll be chuchki dancing into the Kato Paphos harbour on your command. Don't forget to drop it into those comments, and we'll come and sit down, have a coffee, and perhaps chew the fat. And of course, there's many, many superstars coming into town very, very soon indeed. Lady Andrea, she's jetting in. Of course, Lady Emma, they're going to be jetting in and relocating to Paphos, as I've said. And the list goes on and on and on. And of course, it'll crescendo as the spring and summer arrive. And more people will be coming into Paphos. And if you're looking for us, well, more often than not, you'll find us on the downtown Kato Paphos promenade in the harbour area. And of course, as the spring and summer season arrives, you'll find us sitting in the Pelican restaurant. I'm the idiot in a blue hat and a pair of sunglasses, and of course sitting next to me will be the most beautiful woman in the world, Miss Ochin Gracibiala both. Miss Marika, to you and me. Come and sit down, let's have a drink, and let's have a chat, and let's chew the fat. The improvements are still going on. Now, I've decided that bus is an awful lot bigger than me, isn't it? And there you go for reference. If you want to go to Coral Bay, the bus number currently is 615, but of course, as times go on and the new bus terminals open up, those are probably going to change. So at the moment, if you want to go to Coral Bay, it's bus 615. I wonder if anyone's going to do me the courtesy. No, didn't think so. There you go. Road improvements continue in Kato Paphos and in and around Paphos. It's frustrating, we understand that, but of course we've got to have these improvements done, and lots of these big slabs have come loose, if you understand me. I mean, you have to ponder, to be honest, who was the engineer that came up with that idea of these big slabs. It's not a very good idea, but anyway, there you go. I'm not an engineer, but my father was, and he'd have said, what a stupid idea. Should have been done in tarmac, block paving perhaps, or little cobblestones. Then there wouldn't, of course, have been so much movement. There's a zebra crossing. Am I going to get a thank you? No, just a growl. There we go. At least he was dressed head to toe in blue, and at least he's got a similar hairstyle to me. Perhaps he was thinking I was going to run him over, or perhaps he was run over last time he did that. But anyway, there we go. Downtown Kato Paphos is coming up very, very soon indeed, so don't click off just yet. And today this view is especially for Lady Andrea and of course Lady Emma, who are celebrating their birthdays, and we truly hope that you girls have an absolutely wonderful day. Don't forget to come back that little bit later, because I'm pretty sure that Misogyny Grasiviana Booth will have a word or two for you. Downtown Kato Paphos Harbour, I tell you what, it's looking pretty busy. See, the sun's coming out and there's a lot of people walking about, and a lot of people understanding that they are in downtown Kato Paphos. And if you want a iguana, there you go, there's one on a man's shoulder waiting especially for you. And if you want to get a picture with one of these iguanas on your shoulder, all you got to do is walk up to him, cross his palm with a couple of euros, and of course you can click away till your heart's content. Downtown Kato Paphos Harbour on a truly spectacality of a day indeed. Thanks for watching, and of course I will see you again very, very soon indeed. Let's go around the back of the restaurants and allow you to get a great view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea, and of course a quick glimpse of the Paphos Castle as well, and a look at the new improvements to the rear car park area. As you can see, there's bollards and some new paving. People like to drive on the wrong side of the road, but you know, there we go. We are in Europe, so a lot of confusion, isn't it? There we go. People like to walk in the middle of the road and just stop there for no reason, but not a bad looking girl, so we won't run her over today. We might reverse over her a little bit later. Oh my goodness, the sea is not looking that blue, but still, it's quite simply a view to die for. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon indeed. It's quite busy, a lot of people wandering around getting pictures. A bit early for the sunset, but a great place to come to feast your eyes and to digest, and of course gather your thoughts in a bit of fresh air. The brand new Paphos sunset viewing point just to the side of the Paphos Castle at the end of the Paphos Harbour. All that's missing is you.